hear the voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
There we go. Oh, 1 second. Hi, y'all. Hey, Ashley, Lauren. I may have to slow the chat down a little bit more. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. Hey, Thor, Anne, Susan, Sam. Hey, Smiley, David, Michelle, Phil, Dr. Phil, Jane, Anne, Catalin, Yo Main Girl, Darzilla, Sweet Home Alabama, Lil Wang, Vexing, Cool Gamer, When Evil Entered. Yeah, I hope all my friends in Florida are staying safe. I didn't realize how many of y'all were in Florida, but definitely been thinking about you guys. Hey, Holly, Chaos Queen, good to see you. It kind of jumps on me, and I want to be able to actually pay attention to y'all tonight in the chat for once. Ain't that something? I know y'all hate slow mode. I'm sorry. There we go. That should be better. All right, so. Hi, we Scottish Ma, Riza, Squirrel Girl, Trinda. All right, let me just pull up my chat now. Hi, Tony. I know you're watching. You'd be steady giving us those views. He subscribed with alert bells on, y'all. He's a super fan. Super fan. Did you miss me? Oh, hey, Tony. That's how you say I talk, right? Hey, Tony. Jane Doe, Michelle, Canadian Cookie. Hey, Tammy. Louisiana Girl, C12. Okay, we're going to give it a couple more minutes. Hey, Gail. JPL. Beautiful Serendipity. Hold up, wait a minute. Hey, Oreo. People are insane. Perfect name. Kim Maple. Hey, Squids. Trulia. J Dub. Hello. Hey, Ro. Everybody. I know I've missed people because the chat was jumping, but I slowed it down a little more. Hello, Sam. I can't believe threatened you so openly. Yeah. I mean, what an idiot. BC Proud, hey Bex, Laura, he's a weasel. Listen, I stayed quiet for 4 days, right? Because I thought, well, I was going to go live last night, but I had a very bad. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Desiree, please join the stream for Cash Gerben. I think that you meant Gernan Family Justice. All creators are affected. This is to discuss exploitation of victims and their families by certain creators. Oh, when is that? Dixie in Tennessee Mountains, Cassius, Marty, Melody. Hi, guys. J Dub, welcome to the Crazy Train. Hold on. Choo choo. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Crime Stories Obsessed. Hey, Boo. Hey, Carrie, PJ, Elizabeth, Bexy, everybody. Sugar Plum. Did the subject change tonight? No. Please tell me I did not go on the wrong live. Nope. Nope, it didn't change. I have a show set for tomorrow night, too. Maybe that's where... Thor, if you're in here and can hear me, can you chat again for me? I wanted to make sure you were mod on this channel, too. Anyway, so I've been quiet for 4 days, right? Because I thought it was important for a lot of you know before he continued his attack on me, which I was waiting for. Hey, Bomber, thank you for being a member and a part of the Crazy Train for 11 months. Choo choo! You guys are awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Gotcha. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see you. Stephanie, horrific. Aw, thank you, Crime Stories Obsessed. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Hey, Bomber, Lisa B, Lil Wang. So, listen, I knew fully, I didn't know it would be only like 2 or 3 hours. Remember, I hopped on Benny's panel and he called it. He said, wait for it. Tony's going to start calling her an animal abuser, right? We told everyone about 2 or 3 hours before he started posting that shit. 24 hours after I started my channel, I did my first live stream. I came into true crime with true crime content, which a lot of you who watch true crime and then started your channel, and I know many of you are in here tonight, friends of mine and now fellow creators of mine in true crime. You all know that it's like instant, especially if you come into it with something. I started my platform damn near 3 years ago now. I had a channel but never used it. But 3 years ago, I started using it other than just chatting and on the other side of YouTube, which was crazy. Now, I did not know or expect that within 24 hours of me going and starting my channel and putting myself on the other side of it, that everyone would know my entire life, right? So I was like, well, all I can do, like right away, I was depressed, almost canceled my channel. And I'm like, what the fuck did I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for true crime to come on here and share my true crime story of 3.5 years. Like, oh, I have a lot, right? So, but I came on the scene with a high profile murderer from Texas who was a female. But she was high profile back in the 90s. Okay. Rhonda Lee Glover, and shot her oil tycoon husband, baby daddy. Now I came on the scene, my very first live stream. I was live streaming her, like live, like she called me on my phone and I live streamed a high profile murderer. Now, we didn't know that that was against rules because she actually lied to me and said that she had special privileges to do interviews and shit from the prison. And as you guys know, some inmates do have that. Like we have Taylor on quite a bit, right? Taylor and Cecilia. So some inmates do have privileges like that. She lied. She did not. But yes. And within 24 hours of me streaming with her, I woke up actually the next day and I was straight up doxxed everything. So I could have just ended my channel, ran away, hide, or just own my shit and be like, you know what? You're going to start your platform to be completely transparent anyways. And you want to help others from your experiences in life. And if anyone should be in true crime, it is me. A lot of y'all who know me know my story from birth on and all of the bullshit, right? So that's the one thing, Tony, you're forgetting. You've done it all. The animal abuser, now it's gone from I abused animals to I eat animals. I kept cats in cages. Like clearly he just took people's lies and bullshit from, a little bit of printing in black and white paper and twisted it. Like he clearly never read it. So now I eat cats. Now it changed to I keep children in cages, to just totally whatever he can pull out of his ass. Like that says that he is an adult 48-year-old male. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, you know what? I could keep fighting back, or just let him throw his tantrum, which he's done. I've been quiet, but making my community posts, but I have not been live since last Thursday, I think. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I stayed silent. And he has been losing his shit. So I think that speaks volumes. Now, Cotton Candy Boobs and a few people that know and love me said, maybe you should do a live stream. They wanted me to get right on top of it. Like, go do a live stream right now and tell people the context of everything and let them know he's lying. And I was like, I'm tired of doing that. I've done that for how many times now? 300 times, like, at least. So, and if people want to believe what he's saying, I don't need those followers. I truly, truly don't. Let's pretend everything he's saying about me is true, which we know it's not. Like, you see him just going along with comments that are completely made up. And if anyone Googles it and reads the report, yes, there was animals neglected. Those animals were in my name, okay? Which, by the way, they were rescue animals. So they were chipped and rescued in my name. I lived in a trailer after I left an abusive ex that I shared 2 children with, which a lot of you know now my daughters are victims of that abuser. So the only place I could get, I found off of actually a police report. It was a place I was familiar with, and it's actually called Little Chicago. That's the nickname of that trailer park, is Little Chicago. Nothing good comes from it. As I said, I found out the trailer was available from a police report and was able to move right in for pretty cheap, like $450 a month for lot rent, right? So that's cheap for a single mom. Moved right in there, knew it was problems and issues, and I knew at the time I had a family member who had taken off when I was pregnant with who's now my oldest son to Mexico. That was my sister, who is more like my daughter because I actually became her legal guardian when I was 19. Thank you. This world is not my home. Welcome to the crazy train. Choo choo. So, yes, I, as a lot of you know, come from a past. I was born into a family of straight up criminals. Which you're forgetting that, Tony. I think that's the one thing. He said I abandoned my kids. He says I abandoned animals. Now I lock up kids in cages and I eat my animals. So the only thing left that I don't think he's known, or nobody, caught on to it or watched through enough yet, is the last thing that could come out that's on me, that could be found, is that, yes, my dad has killed people. Okay, that's not news either. That's not news from anyone, including my dad, who's been live and shared a lot. Not everything, but a lot of what he can right now, and slowly getting there, right? So I was waiting for that. It's been 4 days. I was like, okay, sweet. I'll just hand him that on a silver platter, because he likes to go around and the people he was friends with, now he thinks he's exposing and calling them murderers and shit. Like, yo, I made my channel for a reason, which is for the true crime parts and domestic violence and, understanding more of the justice system and how people can have wrongful charges. Now, those animals were abandoned. Yes, they were. I left someone in charge because I took my kids and me to go stay with, at the time, my baby daddy's parents. I was not allowed to bring the animals there. Okay? But I left someone there to take care of my animals, take care of my trailer. And also, it was good for her and her daughter to have kind of prove to me that, they could handle this or whatever. Plus, it was my sister. I'm going to help her, right? So, family. I've struggled to keep me and her together almost my entire life from 5 years old on. So, yeah. So you took off to Mexico. Now, I did get put on probation. I was let off of probation. I did have to pay a fine of about $3,000. Now, that's because the animals had to be re-rescued. They were not good. They were dehydrating. So the county, well, it's not even the county because in Minnesota, it's like the animal, thank you, Nikki Two Bulls, the SPA, the animal things that it's automatic charge. Now it's a misdemeanor charge that I got because I had a lot of stuff to back me up, including the fact that she had taken my credit card and I thankfully reported that. She took it to go, and I had actually left it there, but it was supposed to be used for, dog food, or if she needed little things here and there, also because she was doing me a favor, not to take it and run off to another country. But for a misdemeanor, there's no extradition. Like, they weren't going to extradite my sister from Mexico over a misdemeanor charge. They just wanted to collect their money because money went into rescuing the animals. So now I have to take ownership of I made that situation. That's true. I have to live with that every day of my life. But I don't believe I'm someone who should have that charge. Y'all can judge for yourself or believe what you really want. Just read it, since my whole information is out there. Actually read the reports. I was not there. Now, it was at first, until I could get all of my proofs together. At first it was going to be like $3,000. I think it was a few years probation, and then I was not going to be allowed to have pets again. Well, luckily everything worked out for me, and I had backed up. I told the trailer park management who was going to be staying there, because obviously they used to ride around and check license plates because you're renting, right? So technically there's like rules of having people too many times of the week or whatever. So yeah, I had to let her know. And then I had reported my credit card being stolen as well at the time. That, and she actually robbed her ex-boyfriend before she left too. So the ex-boyfriend and his parents all had, backup and witnesses for all of it as well. So yeah, it was not a good situation, not something I'm proud of, but I also didn't grow up with people to really be there. Like, I was that one person always trying to help everybody, right? Still do. But yeah, and if you guys have further questions, you can ask. I know it's fair because there's new creators hearing this, there's new people coming around hearing this. And as much as I'm tired of repeating it for 3 years straight, Con Candy Boobs was right that I do, like, I think I owe it to the newer people around. So if you guys do have questions, I'm going to open the panel in a little while and you can ask me. Just ask respectfully and I'll tell you. Just like if I ever shot up, by the way, it's tattoos. If I ever shot up in my life, which I haven't, because by the way, shooting up is what gave me the childhood I had, what made me have to fight for my life and my sister's life. Okay, if I could strip down and not lose my channel and show you my body is free of track marks, because I ain't never done that shit in my life. And let me tell you, if I have, I'd be the first one to fucking admit it. Okay? Ecstasy, cocaine, marijuana, um, uh, freaking Xanax. I've tried, Oxycontin, Percocets, hydrocodone, everything in the book. The fentanyl patches, used to chew on them, like everything. I've done it all. I'd admit it if I've done it. But don't fucking say you see track marks on my arm and that I remind you of your fucking son who is struggling and in addiction. Because ain't shit there. You're talking about star tattoos again? Like, ain't shit there. I got nice veins, don't I? So if you guys have questions, just ask. Now I know they're throwing around that I have there's a charge on me for, what is it? A order of protection violation. That's fucking true. That happened because I was a dumbass. And after you leave your abusive ex that you share children with, what happens then, since they can't control and abuse you anymore? They use the court system. And what happened there was he actually ran from police. He was getting arrested at a restaurant because I called. He was on probation, and part of his probation was he was not supposed to be drinking, because when he's drinking, he gets triggered and hurts women. Yeah, whole record of it. Look him up. So he actually was about to get arrested because his ex-girlfriend still lived in the area, and me and two of his other exes after me, all were going to court together. That made him mad. I'm still so proud of that. It was fucking awesome. Okay. So she drove by and was like, he's at that bar. There's no way he's not drinking. She called me, right? Because the three of us are talking. I called the bar to make sure. I wanted to see, was he there, before I called the police to go there. He was supposed to get arrested, right? They went there to arrest him. I called the bar and I said, is blah, blah, blah there? I locked my keys out of the house. This is his daughter. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's here. And they hand him the phone. I said, how is that Jack and Coke and hamburger going for you? And click, he hangs up. And yeah, the police end up there to go arrest him, but he had already took off because I'm a dumbass. I obviously alerted him, so he knew what was up. And I called exactly because I knew it, right? Like, I just knew this man doesn't go to a bar to have a hamburger. Okay. Anyway, police go there to arrest him and see if he's drinking. He's already gone. He goes right to the courthouse and puts out a PO and says he's in fear of his life because I live an hour and a half away from him. And so how would I know what restaurant he was in and what he was eating and drinking? It was an idiot. So after that, I got served. And 5 minutes after I got served, I didn't even open it. I was just like, you're an idiot. I threw the envelope to the side and I fucking called him and I said, you're a stupid motherfucker and I'm fighting this. He called right away. And because I was just served, literally the cops are like, they came to arrest me and they're like, we just were here. I'm like, yeah, I know. Whatever. It was like 8 hours in a holding cell. It was fucking stupid. And yeah, I laugh about it now. I don't care. Tony can say whatever he wants about me, but it doesn't change that he fucking said himself that he is into pedophilia. It doesn't change that he has predator tendencies. It doesn't change that it's very obvious he has predator tendencies. It doesn't change the fact that he inserts himself to all these missing girl cases, even ones that are right around him, and then everything disappears that he reports on. It doesn't change it. None of it changes anything. And me being silent for 4 days should show everybody his behavior and actions are wild. Okay. I've never threatened that man with anything but an investigation. That's it. No man accidentally says I'm into pedophilia and then corrects it as if it's better that he is into necrophilia. Okay. And then he leaves these community posts that are like, oh, you're taking what I said out of context. That's all you got is what I say out of context. No, dude. No. You do that and then you pop up a little girl dancing with pizza and ice cream. Like, there's so much shit that I don't feel bad for investigating him. Okay? He doesn't answer to anything either, but deletes everything and doesn't he throws tantrums. Honestly, like a 2-year-old. Have you seen his page lately? I don't even have to say anything. I'm rattling his cage. Guarantee you he's made 50 posts by now, and I'll be the contact again for him tonight, right? It'll be disguised under either exposing share. Bitch, you're not exposing shit. I was exposed 3 years a fucking ago. And then it wasn't even exposed because 24 hours after that, I just said everything to the point where people were like, damn, sure, you're kind of giving people way too much information. I'm like, fuck it. In case they find out, here's this, here's that. Like, what do you guys want to know? I'll tell you anything. Okay? Like, I don't care anymore. I cared for a whole 24 hours. And I was like, should I be doing this? Like, am I strong enough for this? Well, fuck that. It's been thrown at me about every 90 days for the past 3 years, damn near. So fuck it. I guess every 90 days I'll have to just do a refresh for people. He's obsessed with me? Yeah, that's okay. I mean, clearly he is, because he's blocked for me. I have him blocked. But he has alerts on, because for sure we've started countdowns on, let's make this post. Wonder how long till Tony posts it with some stupid bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucking annoying. Tammy, ayo, hi, room coming in. I'm sorry I'm not saying hi. You know, when I'm on a roll, I kind of just ignore the chat because I'm trying to get out everything. Because I'm like, I was biting my tongue. Sometimes I was like, I just want to go on and I want to defend myself, but I also didn't want to go on mad, because then I feel like it's going to make me look like I'm having a temper tantrum. And that's not what I wanted to do. I'd rather people take it. I lost some subs. That's okay. But I also gained some subs. If people want to believe it, I don't need those followers. If people have questions about it and they want to ask me about it, perfect. If they decide, hey, I don't like the answers you're giving me, I still think it's wrong, that's fair enough. Okay, thanks for at least letting me explain. Enjoy YouTube. You know what I mean? So, and I'm trying to cover it all because I do know that people had questions. I'm trying to see what else. I don't think I have to explain. I don't eat cats. There was never any cats left in cages. There's never any children left in cages. Just like I never was best friends with Nicole Kessinger, had her living with me. Just like I didn't kidnap Summer Wells. Just like all of these other things that have been thrown at me since I started. But no, I don't think he's scared of me. I just don't think he is used to a female that's strong. Because if all he's got is calling me a crack whore, I've heard that almost all my life. If all he's got is calling me a skank, well, he doesn't fucking know me to even say something like that. And people that do know me know that it's far from. So I don't know. That just doesn't even make sense. And the fact that we have a 48-year-old man saying, you purple-haired, pot-headed, or pothead skank, like that really, truly, that says it all, right? Which, I got a good indica here. Granddaddy Perp mixed with Larry OG Kush. Yeah, that's the kind of weed you need when you talk about Tony Dodge. I did hit a nerve, and it makes you wonder why, right? Doesn't it? Because I'm wondering why, especially when, like, he came for me so much harder than I think I went to on him. And I actually had reason to look into him. This is true crime. You go back to the beginning of me starting this and my content, like what I do is I report on true crime cases. I report on domestic violence and wrongful charges and give voices to people unedited, right? I also he thinks he's exposing all of these people. I have always, since day one, exposed predators. I have interviewed predators. You've all watched this. And I bring exposure on people that I think are dangerous in the community. And he's one of them. And I can give you a long list of why. And he can't explain it. Right? Let's start with what he says from his own mouth, that he's into pedophilia and necrophilia. Well, he's a true crime reporter on missing minors and adult women and some men. Okay. I also know that in other families he's covered, he has offered these women, has hit on them all, and has offered them to come live with him and his wife. Just look at his content and actually look at it and the women he's having up. Problem. He tried to take advantage, in my opinion, of seafowls, invited him to go live with him too. Who does that? Someone with predator behavior, predator tendencies. And if people are going to think I'm fucking wrong for digging into that guy, that's on them. But someone like him should not be in the community. Even if I'm wrong, he's fucking sick enough that he doesn't belong in the true crime community. Seriously, who says that? Has anyone in their life met a man who's ever accidentally called themselves a pedophile? I don't fucking think so. And then actually change the excuse from, I was sarcastic. Oh, you're all taking it out of context. What the fuck other context could you take that of? Why do you have other predator tendencies, such as taking people who are struggling and offering them to come and live with you? That's fucking weird. Not just once or twice, but many, many, many times. And not just like we're talking about like years ago, some of these cases happened, and I'm talking to some people. That's crazy. That's not someone who is fit to be reporting or even interviewing the loved ones of these missing people when you're going to be hitting on these folks that you're interviewing and offering them to come live with you. That is predator tendencies, predator behavior. And he can't explain it away. Instead, it's delete, delete, delete. Does that make me feel like I'm wrong? No. Instead, he's publicly threatening me with whatever the fuck he's threatening. But now there's a trail to him. So if something happens to me, it's going to be him investigated. If something doesn't happen to me, I'm pretty sure he's going to get investigated. Because now there is legal ties tying him to what he has said about me and threatened me. But if you don't think that people are going to watch when out of your own words and you interact yourselves with missing minors, and you don't think that you're going to be at least watched now by, I don't know, maybe you've already been reported to multiple different law enforcement agencies. Yeah, who think it's kind of weird you would say that you're into pedophilia. Well, live streaming, you can't delete that. No. So keep it up. You want to threaten me, keep up my live streams. You know, you're waiting for it. You're watching. Hi, you didn't scare me. I know you thought I was over here crying because, you know, what'd you say? You really put it on my ass. You got my ass. You nailed my ass. Right here. Hey. Tony. Hey, Tony. So everything you've said or done has got you the attention of 10 people, I think. Okay. You're probably a couple of those accounts, or it's your stupid little creepy buddies. Everybody's got followers when they make a platform. You're going to get a couple. All right. Good for you. Congratulations. Good for you, Tony. You got 10 people supporting you in your corner. But unfortunately for you, you in the past 4 days have only proved me more right. And that's why I sat back quietly and just let you throw your 48-year-old creepy ass man temper tantrums. That's why. And people trying to shame me, I had a GoFundMe for my teeth. That doesn't hurt my feelings either. Why did I have a GoFundMe for my teeth? Because I had many awesome support and loved ones that are still here today that wanted to help me because they watched me and my struggles. They watched me get bullied from day one. I made the mistakes. I wasn't ever born with an ace smile, but doing all of the drugs I did with the drinking and the forcing myself to puke or starving myself or binge eating and then drinking a 175 a Captain in the matter of hours so that it would make me puke it all up so that I'd stay skinny. Yeah, all of these things aren't good for your teeth. I fucked up my teeth. It was up to nobody to help me, but people wanted to help me. And I like to be transparent. And what I like about the GoFundMe is it shows everything. It lets you have the links. Tony Dodge has one. He shouldn't be bashing me for it. He starts GoFundMes for exotic dancers and hookers and shit. I mean, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. We found it. He does. So the GoFundMe I started because actually a lot of people said I should. But I had a lot of people that wanted to help, and I like to be transparent. And the GoFundMe shows a scale. I showed how much I needed. I posted my bills with my doctor. I posted my surgery, live streamed my surgery. Like, I was transparent as shit. We didn't make everything for my teeth, still paying off most of my teeth. But we had a huge help in it, which I wouldn't have been able to do it as soon as I did without that help of all of you guys, which I appreciate. So that was to better myself too, my health. It made me healthier. So if you're going to try and dog someone for doing something that's good and healthy, bitch, bye. That doesn't hurt my feelings either. Okay? Like, at all. What else was there? Anyone in the chat have questions? Like, what do you need anything from me? Do you need to know, like, I don't remember when I used to get my period, but my period schedule, my shit and schedule, anything you guys need from me, I'll give to you. I've always been an open book. Nope, Freckles is like, no, I'm good. I've always been an open book. I don't mind sharing it. Anything. Lady R. No, I'm just saying, like, honestly, like, I don't know at the point, like, what do people want from me now? Because to be honest, I'm kind of tired that they can't come up with something new. Even Tony couldn't come up with something new. Well, he did. He lied and said now that I kept animals in cages and that I eat cats. Like, what the fuck? Sorry. That's just, if people believe that, bye bitches. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. But no, there's nothing new. He didn't find out, like, I don't know what, there's nothing new. It's always the same cycle. Cher's an animal torturer. Cher abandoned her children for someone in Canada. Cher was deported back to Canada. No, I came to Canada. You want to know why I came to Canada? My husband and I, which, yes, we are not legally married yet, because you know what? Life gets in the way and things happen. We met at like the very beginning of this COVID shit. Okay. And he wasn't able to cross the border. He actually did try to cross the border at one time. They wouldn't let him cross. I'm a Canadian citizen, so I could cross. Now, that paired up with, everyone knows my husband also has MS and has ongoing care here, which is good and keeping him good and healthier longer. So that's another factor to stay here. Another factor of why I decided to move here is because me, all four of my children, and the father to both of my sons think it's best for me to be here because of my abusive ex that I share 2 daughters with. Because as long as I was in the same state as that person, he would not stop until I was dead or in prison for something. And also, I'm safer being here, so I also don't do something stupid that lands me in prison or dead. Makes sense? I think it makes sense to a lot of you survivors. So that's where I'll leave that. Anything else I can answer for anyone? She doesn't need proof, Dana. It's name of your business. It's in your business. Proof of what? What does Dana want proof of? You don't have to explain nobody's damn business. No, I thank you guys for saying that, but I did make a platform, a public platform. I do have very awesome people that support me, and I have, I'm not ashamed of it. Like, am I happy about my past? No, but I'm not ashamed of it either, because I mean, it made me one strong bitch. I know that. But it also made me not a fucking afraid of monsters. Not afraid. I want time. I want to know your fave cat recipe. I could make a joke, but some people might say it's racist. Nah, fuck Donna. Okay. You blocked her? Oh, okay. I didn't see what did she want proof of exactly? I don't even know. Did she want my medical records on blast? I did think about doing that, but shit, it's the one thing I have to myself, but I might do that one day. Hey, bro, why would someone have to prove that they are a survivor of domestic violence? Oh, bitch. It is proven. I don't have to prove that. In fact, the people that want proof have looked me up and looked up my record and can find the proof themselves. I don't even have to say it. It's out there. This man's record is out there and speaks for itself. So I don't need to prove to anyone because everybody that's in my life knows the truth. So yeah, fuck you. If that's what you wanted proof of, trust me, I don't need to prove that. And unfortunately, now 2 of my kids fell victim to him. So even they know now, which I tried to hide from them forever. It didn't work. But even they know now. Hmm. Absolutely insane. That person is crazy. Natural hair color and any web toes. No. No. No web toes. Okay, no web toes. What was the other one? Natural hair color is a chocolate brown. It's right here, like half of you guys know I love my ombre. It's like a soft black chocolate, like a chocolatey Hershey brown color is natural. First red flags that Tony gave me. The first red flags, honestly, I seen everything that was being pointed out about him. Um, his red flags would be, I guess I took it more seriously and was like, whoa, I'm really going to dig into this dude, was when I heard him say, I'm into pedophilia and I'm into necrophilia. I think you guys can see for yourselves that that's the timeline I really went hard at him. But I did also, if I'm being honest, it was a red flag, but not as much as the words that came out of his mouth. But it was a red flag, the Sammy interview. I did get the feeling that they knew each other prior to that interview. So that was a red flag. But the major red flag, which you guys I think can tell where I went hard for Tony Dodge, was when he said that, when Ryan pointed out that he said that. And I know he thinks I'm only going after him because up church and I geek up church and I'm fangirl. You're damn right I did fangirl out when he shared my post. I did. You know why? Because before any of this, years ago, I would listen to him and watch his videos. My 14-year-old son and 10-year-old son love Ryan Upchurch, loves his music, and we would watch videos and music together. So damn right. And the first thing I did was I screenshotted it and sent it to my sons. And when they were like, oh my God, Mom, that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome. I remember watching his music with you and his videos with you. Yeah, damn right. That's a proud fucking moment. My kids are proud of me too. So fuck out of here with that. But need I mention, I fangirl out over people who have 300 subs, 3,000 subs, 20,000 subs, whatever. I fangirl out. I fangirl out over True Crime Obsessed. I fangirl out over Cotton Candy Boobs. I fangirl out over Tammy Ayo, Tammy Barnes, Gavel Geeks, everybody. Benny Keys, Tiffany Marie, J is for Justice, Bullhorn Betty, I'm a real big fan of Justice for All, which I was always secretly a little fan, but I'm more so now because, he gave me a shot. He saw I was just passionate for a while and we gave each other a fair shot, which I dig. So, yeah. Lip locked. Yeah. Freckles, stitching, bitching, true crime. Sorry, guys, I didn't see. Squirrel Girl, if your past was perfect, you would not have the passion to help others. Thank you. And that's true. That's another reason why I started my platform. And that's what made me really say, like, you're not going to stop this because you're being bullied. Like, you, with what you've been through, you're going to let some online bullying shut you up and stop you? I don't think so. But sometimes, yeah, it gets a lot because it's this cycle and I'm like, so I'm like, yeah, it does suck that some people will just see that and believe it and never ask or question or care about any of the context leading up to it, which may be fair enough, right? But again, I have to remember you can't please everybody. What's that saying? You can't please everyone, but you can piss them all off at the same time. That's me. Thank you, Creative Tater. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it, Creative? Oh, he does. That's why he sexualizes everything. He literally said, she wants Tony Dodge. She wants a gangbang with Tony Dodge. First of all, that's fucking nasty that you would take someone that you know has been raped, whose mother sold her to other men to pay for her needles in her arms and alcohol and parties, and then that's what you say about a survivor. Again, just proved even more the type of man that he is and is not. Right? Come crime with me. Welcome to the crazy train. Choo choo. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, he's one sick bastard. True. No, I'm trying to think. What else? What else? Oh, he threatens other creators. He thinks he's exposing all of these people, and he's not, because he thinks he's exposing people who are already come to terms. I'm gonna have a public platform. Same with Fetters. I'm newer to his channel, but I know he doesn't give a shit, and Tony ain't gonna shut him up or stop him. This is a man who made his platform knowing that he was probably gonna have to bring that up and speak about it at some point. You know what I'm saying? People who are, I don't want to say like blessed, but I would say that I'm thankful. No, not thankful. What would I say? Um I'm proud of who I am today, and I'm not sure I'd be this person if I didn't have the past that I had. I'm not sure I'd be having the relationship, which I love, that the relationship that I have with my kids. I'm not sure everything would be. I don't know if I'd know Mr. Share. I don't know if I would appreciate the relationship that I'm in now. I don't think I'd be lucky enough probably to have the relationship I have now. I don't know, but everyone has a past. It's the people who want to try and lie and not address it, but be a public figure and have a platform, but just delete shit and never address anything. I don't know. That don't seem right either. That seems sus as fuck, actually. Sweet sativa. Jealous of what? He's so gross. God put you in place. You're here for a reason. Thank you, evil exists. That's no, not evil exists. When evil entered, you too. Okay. I agree with that, which again is another reason why I had my platform. I know that I am very lucky to be here today. Hello, from birth on, I've been fighting for this life, and I've the car wrecks I've been in, being ran over by a motorcycle. If I survived, I was supposed to be a vegetable for the rest of my life. Like all of these things. Like no. Being bullied on YouTube ain't gonna stop me. No. And no Tony Dodge is gonna stop me either. No, I don't think so. Bobby, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you so much for becoming a member. No, hell no. No. Nice try though. No, Sherry, nothing to be sad about, honestly. Be proud. Be proud of where I am now because I shouldn't be here. Remember, I right before actually meeting my abusive ex, just within a couple months before, I of course in high school became friends with the kids that were also going through shit. I'm not going to name their names, but I had 3 other friends that all had a very rough upbringing. One was living with her grandparents instead of her parents because they weren't parents, and another one in the system. Like, so me and 3 friends, 4 of us, where we were literally like this, and we all talked about it. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I knew that the foster home I was in didn't ever feel right for the 7 years I was a part of it. And like, it was a lot. So I'm like, well, fuck, if my own parents didn't want me, like, I just felt useless. Like, I'm just not going to be anything for anyone in this world. Like, just fuck it. Like, I'm done. I felt like I lived a million lives already. I was just tired and done at 16. And my friends were like, yeah, me too. And we thought it'd be a good idea to go out together, if you will. Okay, trigger warning. But that's out there too. So people will find videos and, oh, she's done a suicide pact. I was 16. I was very hurt and damaged. And yeah, we took, between the 4 of us, 90 pills of mixed medications from my foster mom's medicine cabinet, which at the time, most of them were the doctor prescribed diet pills. You guys know that one ingredient in there? Yeah. So that led to like, I don't even talk to those girls now, you know, and they all, like, we were all in the same hospital together, and very quickly became my fault and that they shouldn't be friends with someone like me. Yeah. I don't know why that one was harder for me, but damn, like, I don't even talk to these girls today. You know what I mean? Like, but we almost ended our lives together. That shows you guys that how fucked up your past can really make someone. And you make mistakes. You make stupid judgment calls. You do. And I'm not the only one. So, I mean, like I said, I've made my mistakes. I've done shitty things in life. I have. I am not a perfect human. I've made mistakes knowing, like, this is a mistake. You know what I mean? But all you can do is you learn from something or you don't learn from something. And I think that you're a good person in life if you take the fucked up things and the mistakes and you own your shit and you learn from it and you do better. That's why you guys see me give people so many chances and multiple chances. And we'll share, well, why would you? Because everyone's human. We make mistakes. And especially when there's like a whole virtual world, we make more mistakes because For some reason, we feel comfortable behind a computer screen and not actually in a room with people to just say whatever the fuck we want, make up whatever the fuck we want. I don't think those people deserve to have a platform either. That is right, Sweet Crazy. Thank you. It's important. That's exactly right, because I make mistakes, I learn from them. To be honest, with the life I lived and having many people in your life, like therapists and doctors and like your case workers when you're in the system, saying like, to be honest, they say things right in front of you, right? They're just like, she's kind of not gonna go anywhere. Like, look at her family, look at her past. I mean, you guys know I was born to be my grandma's fucking alias. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys know my grandma would tie me up. My dad kidnapped me. My mom kidnapped me. You guys know I've been kidnapped like 20 times in the life that I lived. My mom being a horror, me having a life, having a past. That's why I feel comfortable talking on the things that I talk about, because I think that, some people think I get too tied to some cases. I don't think that's bad either, because I feel like, well, I'm at least aware of the sick fucking family shit that can actually happen that a lot of people don't think is true. Thank you, Marie. And I think it was Mandy. I'm sorry. Mandy, thank you. This bickering back and forth is only adding fuel to the fire. When all you guys going to move on? I mean, that is in a respectful way. Well, I mean, he can do what he wants to do. I haven't. Like I said, this is my first time in 4 days going live. I'm not bickering. I'm coming on here because a few people told me that they would like me to say again, because there's new people who maybe don't know to go back like a year or however long when it's been addressed or whatever. You know, my past kind of gets addressed a lot. So, but this was out there. There's new people around. There's people in the comments like, well, what about this? So this isn't really bickering. This is why I went on this man's ass, so you guys understand. And he did it to his damn self. But never have I threatened him or his life or anything like that like he does. So now, have I done a little bit of button pushing in community posts? Maybe a little. Yeah. You know why? Because what I wanted to do was have people see his true behavior and predator behavior and tendencies. Also, I wanted to watch him over and over break terms of service, which could make him lose his channel. I right now could probably have his channel taken down if I wanted to go and strike him. Let me tell you. But I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. He's tried it on me. He got one video removed, which happened to be a short. It's on TikTok, by the way. Go find it. It got removed because it had the TikTok logo on it. It wasn't even because it was any terms of servicing. Well, that was a terms of servicing as having the TikTok logo, but whatever. Now, the best way from here on, he's going to say whatever he wants. If you all have questions, you can ask me. I'll answer it. If you don't like my answers to anything, okay, fair enough. But then, I remind myself that people are just going to believe that bullshit. Maybe I don't need them for subs anyways, But I do understand the questions, and I do think it's fair. I'm trying to think, what else did I not cover? I'm not sure. So if there's more questions, just ask me, and I'll answer them pretty honestly. I give too much information. I've had people be like, shut up, you're telling too much. No. They all do. They all go after my background. But then what happens most of the time? Plus, I think they see for 3 years, my story, I don't think has ever wavered. I'm pretty sure I've said almost the same thing because it's actually kind of fucking annoying. That should also say how many times I've had to repeat myself. But also, I think once people actually read the report and everything, they're like, oh, okay. I think they see. But a lot of people don't take the time and actually read the reports. They just say, oh, share. There's your mugshot with that charge. And again, fair enough, you know. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly it, Wild Dog. Like, what do they have now? Like I said, the only thing that he was missing that he didn't have, which I'm sure now he'll have a field day with, is he didn't tell the world that my dad was a murderer. Hi, Dad, love you. You know, but if people are new and don't know that, just go back in my videos. It's labeled. You'll see me and my dad in there, whatever. It's not news. If, like I said, it's never been hidden. Little Wing, hey, Papa Share. He is El Creepo anywhere. Yeah. So I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, what do you think about a man that accidentally or sarcastically says that he's into pedophilia? And those of you who know my dad can about probably picture his response to that. It's like, what? What did you say? No. Like, no. And he's like, who is this? I'm like, oh, nobody. He's like, you got people threatening you? You tell me. I'm like, no, Dad, I'm never telling you any of that because we don't want you going back to prison. And I see y'all, by the way, in the comments and the emails. I've been trying to respond to what I can. Some I do read and I don't get to respond to because it's been a lot. But I do see y'all being having my back, and I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of people pissed with how he treats women, but that's another. I'm okay with what he was saying. I have to be okay with him attacking me when I'm going after him. That's what's fair, right? So this was to be expected, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change at all. It doesn't change that, you know, I probably went on his ass because he says, you know, stupid shit like, oh, I don't know. Maybe stupid shit like, oh, I don't know. What is it? This one?
He just said he Truckee who was at the crime scene for no reason, who tripped down a hill with legs that went wah, is not a suspect.
Oh, Leanne, I have my reasons why. Other creators know why. Some of y'all know why I don't do that. When you go and strike people, you have to give all your details and shit. And they've been trying, trust me. There's people trying to reset my emails. Have I ever come on here and tell you guys that people are trying to hack me? I don't think maybe one other time, because I think there was shit going on in the Watts case, but I'm telling you, like, they're trying hard. I'm getting emails that, oh, your Yahoo account is about to close in 24 hours. You need to click here to save your email account and all of this. I'm like, fuck out of here. Delete, delete, delete. So, I mean, they're trying hard. They're trying hard.
So does anyone have any idea who's seen anything about a car driving into the water?
But I did not find a car.
You know, this interview that you're watching right now, if we're going, I did not find the car. You do realize that must have been somebody pretty stupid.
I did not find a car.
All right, now let's talk about this fucking dweeb who had her on the channel for the first time anyone ever saw her.
Tony Dodge.
That's a good last name. because you is trying to dodge a lot of shit in the past 48 hours. All right, so let me fill you in on Tony and tell you how Tony...
Did I say cotton candy? Oh, cotton candy investigates. Oh, cotton candy boobs. One last time.
He fits into this situation. So on Tony Dodge's Facebook, on his GPS check-ins, guess what? He checked in somewhere on August 9th and August 11th. Do you know what that might
right,
be?
Miss
Truckee.
Which he's deleted. He's deleted all this shit, right?
Where was Anime during that time? Oh yeah, Truckee. So before we point out the obvious weird shit about this Tony Dodge character, let me just show you a little tiny clip on who the fuck this dude is.
I'm into pedophilia, man. We're not pedophilia, but necrophilia. I'm into pedophilia, man.
This dude is.
I'm into pedophilia, man. We're not pedophilia, but necrophilia. I'm into pedophilia, man.
Yeah, he just said he likes little kids and has...
I'm into pedophilia, man.
Weird shit about this Tony Dodge character. Let me just show you a little tiny clip on who the fuck this dude is.
I'm into pedophilia, man. We're not pedophilia, but necrophilia. I'm into pedophilia, man.
Right? We remember.
Yeah, he just said he likes little kids.
That's when I went
and has
hard on him. And if people are going to say that I had no right to go in on him after that, no, that's not how Cher works. That's not how I've ever worked. No. I interview these freaks and I expose these freaks. That's what Cher does. And then when he says stupid shit like, you think you're saving those girls? You ain't saving shit. You think you're saving them little girls? You ain't saving shit. What the fuck does that even mean? That's fucking weird. It's weird. You know, explain better. Like, why are you not, what did he say about Savannah? Why are you linking me to her? Well, because it's literally right in your backyard. You report on missing girls. You say you're into pedophilia and necrophilia. And then when you're straight up asked about the girl from your own backyard, you have a very, very strange reaction. Very fucking weird. Which Here we go. When you get responses like this, when you're tying him to a missing girl, it doesn't really make you want to
This whole Joe Biden interview on 60 Minutes. Go ahead, Colin.
Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with that again. Return caller.
Yeah, I
If
appreciate
you
you.
recall my voice.
Yeah.
No, my pleasure. It's very, very engaging. I do enjoy listening. I wanted to ask, regarding the podcasting, do you know, Savannah is in Noble, perchance?
Can't say that I pictured that name. No, sorry. Savannah. True crime podcast, but you're also covering economics and war and, I talk some paranormal stuff. Okay. So turn over.
No. Well, I've watched your show for quite some time, so I'm just curious. Like 2018, you were still podcasting, right?
I mean,
and within your generic,
not just his body language, but everything about this. I do too. He's a very fair dude. Make sure you guys are subscribed. He's very fair.
I have no idea.
602-339-4650. We'll take your calls. I want to thank you, caller, for phoning in. Yeah, we're talking
Damn, I said a whole
about
bunch.
things happening in the United States
What
of
the
America.
fuck?
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. Yeah. And then when you're tied to another case and you delete everything, and then it just everything about him screams. And maybe it's done on purpose. I don't know. But I can't ignore, let's say he loves this clout, whatever, to help his channel. It's actually really not helping his channel. I watched him lose actually subs. It's not that helpful for his channel because people are seeing past that and actually seeing his true behavior. And that's what's truly scary, is when he's reporting on missing women and girls, and then he is trying to have their loved ones move in with him. When he's hitting on all of these girls. I've talked to multiple loved ones and family who say he hit on all of us. He should not be reporting missing women cases. That's what loved ones of missing women have told me about him reporting on the cases. He should not be reporting missing women cases. He makes everyone uncomfortable. He invites everyone to live with him. Now, he's done it with guys and girls. For real, like, it's just all there if everyone knows the codes and these actual predators. The behavior is all there. Another reason, because we know in true crime what shit like this means. Okay? We know what this means. We aren't stupid. This is the problem. Matthias knew I was hungry. Can I eat you? Give me that paw. How about no? Okay. Hey, living lake time. No big deal. Just I'm eating Matthias because that's what I do. Right? Gee, wonder why he needed looking into. I wonder why. So I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Know that yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Allegedly, he lives in front of school. Yeah, he does. He's got 3 places listed. One's right by his school. He's like dead center of a bunch of registered pedophiles. He's like, boom, like the beacon right in the center. He blurs his house out. He's right at the border, and he's a trucker. And he shows shit like that. He has those tendencies and behaviors. I shit you not. I think he was trying to exploit seafowls too. When I found out he invited him to live with them too, I was like, what the fuck? Like, crazy. And there's another, I can't remember his channel name, but I was in his chat once, and he's a creator. What was his name? And he was telling me that people don't talk about it enough about men being trafficked as well. And we always know women and girls, but I don't think we do talk about the men enough. It was kind of like, wow, I was kind of shocked when he was telling me the numbers and everything and really talking about it. But oh yeah, they are. I'm not sure how his wife feels about that. I'm not sure. But I don't know if his wife's opinion matters to someone like Tony. Tony likes the women that he can manipulate and be narcissistic to and verbally abuse and be in control of, which is why I have him so fucking out of pocket. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. He's going to lose his shit today. He's probably already made 20 posts since I've been live tonight. And that to me speaks volumes. I was actually going to play one of his live streams going after me. I don't even think I have to do that. I don't even think I have to do that. I think I answered everything. If I haven't answered it to anyone's liking, I apologize, but that's my truth. If there's other things I haven't answered and you'd like to know, just reach out to me. My email is out there. Ask me next live. Just ask. I'll answer it. And again, if you don't like my response, that's okay too. I'm not for everyone. I do have a very colorful past. I can't change it though. Let's say I'm guilty of everything that they're saying from 2010, 2011. Like, first of all, I did my time. If it was true or not true, or however the context, I paid for my crime 12 years ago. And then posting my Facebook and doxing people that have nothing to do with this and don't have public platforms, doxing my ex and my baby daddy, and doxing one of my best friends who are not public figures, like that's something. You just look stupid. Like posting my Facebook, which has been inactive for like 12 years because I don't know the login anymore and didn't use that one for a long time. Years. Yeah, that's clear to see because you can see you last logged in. You can see that, it was years ago. And posting that shit. Old tattoos. Like what does that fucking prove, first of all? It's crazy. It's just crazy. So he can lose his shit and the law can think that he is a danger to society or not. That's not on me. I'm not a detective. That's up to them to figure out. Should he be watched? I don't know. I have no idea what they will do with that information and the words out of his own mouth and his behaviors and what he's been doing. That's not up to me. Nope. His public threats to me can keep on because it's all documented. So either way, there will be something happens to me, it will lead to an investigation on Tony. Something doesn't happen to me, it's still probably going to have him looked at or at least watched, I would hope, because people didn't really like to hear that those were coming out of his mouth and he was reporting on missing girls. That's kind of like a red flag, they call it. Even with law enforcement, that's a red flag, my friend. Yeah, 24-hour locksmith. Oh, yeah. That's not quite the words I said, Stephanie Michelle. So you can re-listen if you'd like. I sure hope he will be. That's what I'll say. Sound check, is it? Well, I'm going to end tomorrow. I'm going to do a hot topics. We don't have to keep going on and on about Tony. Hi, Tony. Bye, Tony. You're just not worth it to me anymore. I've said what I have to say. Unless something else come up, he can drag me all he wants and try and use me for content. But for the most part, like I said, he's got 10 people buying his shit. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he has 1,000 people buying his shit. Because there's more people with a fucking brain. And if they don't have a whole brain, they at least got a half a brain. And they're seeing right through this. In fact, they're seeing exactly your behavior become more and more aggressive and alarming. And I don't even have to do anything but fucking post a picture on my community post, So I didn't. I don't really watch his lives. He watches me like a hawk, but I can tell you, I don't watch him like a hawk. I can even prove to you I don't watch him like a hawk. Now, if he was to show you well, I already know actually because he's posting videos. He's watching all of our channels. He's sharing our channels out. He's giving me those likes, or actually thumbs down, which is just the same as giving me a likes probably. And he's giving me the view, and he's even giving me traction because he's sharing my shit out. Now he's saying I was abusive because I gave Matthias a bath. Not bathing my cat. And he's trying to say that I poured candle wax on him. That's actually not what happened. Remember, I was live actually one night, and I lit a candle from one of my subscribers and put it on the windowsill, to which he knocked off, and the candle wax splattered all over the windowsill, and on him. Oh my God. Not a girl having smelly candles in the house and cats who are crazy. That's probably never happened to anyone before. How dare I bath my cat? And even more so, I was being abusive to my cat, but recording it and putting it on YouTube. Again, the fucking brains that it takes, people. But yeah, he's been watching me like a hawk. Like a fucking hawk. Nope. See, red line, red line. Yeah. So I know he thinks I'm obsessed with him. It's just not the thing. You bath your cats too? Well, he's saying I bathed my cat wrong. It was abusive. So I don't know. Shit. You wax candle murderer. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he thinks he's exposing everyone. Let him have at it. But I'm done with him. It's not up to me to do the rest now. If I'm wrong about him, I'm wrong about him. Will I apologize? No, I fucking won't apologize because he has predator behavior. And I don't feel bad for looking into him when it's his own words and actions that made people do so. No, he will never get an apology from me. I don't fucking feel bad. I certainly don't need one from him, but we certainly don't need to give this clout chaser another moment of our time because it's not helping the girls that he says I'm not going to help. That is not. Going back and forth and continuing to push his buttons is not helpful in the public eye. There are things to continue to do that people can do and report him silently, which I know some of us have. I'm not saying you guys do that. Don't do that. But I have made proper reports. So I still am hoping to receive the files on these missing girls from the police department. And hopefully we can share that publicly and at least get the spotlight back on these girls because that's what's important. Okay. So, and it is important. People are like, well, why even bring awareness to Tony Dodge at all? Why? Because I do think it's important. If people do look him up, I think people do need to see his behavior and see that he is a creep. Maybe we couldn't warn past girls that may or may not have been around this man, but we can at least put it out there for if anyone needs future warning. It's a public service announcement. So he can go on and on and on about me all he wants. But for this platform and all of us, I don't think that there's anything else because he's going to continue to show his true colors and his behavior and everything. And he's he's really doing it to himself. And I don't think that there's much more we can do publicly or that I can do that makes him look worse than he's already doing to himself. So we have to, that's it. Tomorrow, I have some stuff to talk about. Summer Wells. Time to get her back into the spotlight. I haven't had anything new to bring you guys, and you guys know that if there's not kind of anything new, I don't report on it because there's nothing new to bring to you guys. So this letter to me is interesting. I am going to show it to you guys. I'm not going to dox the woman. If you're watching, thank you for sending it. She did care enough to get it to me through the P.O. box instead of going through the emails. So either she tried to email and I wasn't getting to it quick enough and she just went to P.O. box. But it's a very long, lengthy, handwritten letter. And it's interesting to where I could make some sense of it and that I think it's worth bringing to you guys. And it, again, put Summer's name and face out there and in the feed. And that is a good thing because Summer Moon Utah Wells is still missing and has been missing since June 15th, 2021. And she is now 6 years old, but went missing at 5 years old. Daddy will be out of jail next month. You know, we'll see if he's talking or not after that. But I do have a lot of things. I know there's been things going on with Don B and everything, and I've been watching. You guys know I've been watching. I watch a lot of it silently most of the time lately. But yeah, so we're going to cover her tomorrow. And then we're still going to cover these missing girls that could or could not be tied to Tony Dodge. It doesn't matter at this point. They're still missing girls, so we can put the spotlight on them. But the missing girls and the people that we interview and the families and the reports are what this platform is for. We exposed that man. He will further continue exposing himself. That's it. It's a wrap on that. Tony, have fun. Have fucking fun. And continue showing the platform just what a predator you really are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, C12. Killer! Don's son put Candace off the hill he owns, but he'll know why. I don't know yet. I do have his phone number. Should we call him? Oh, is Mary trolling? Let her. Wandering Hearts. All right, if you guys are around tomorrow, I'm not sure what time. Let's do a hot topic or an open panel tomorrow, like mid-afternoon. I was going to open panel tonight. I'm not going to now. I just want to. This is like, let's just. Ellie of every division can do what they want with this man or not. That's like I said. There's nothing more. So lack of man, I should say. Predator tendencies at least. But if a man, actually, no, I'm just going to leave that alone. Anyway, River Queen. So tomorrow we'll do a hot topics and an open panel, whatever you guys want to discuss, kind of mid-afternoon. I'll try to do it maybe like noon Central. And then tomorrow night, it's going to be a Summer Wells. And yeah, I'm kind of a little bit excited to bring it to you. I know Jody Sue ain't going to be too happy, or Don Jr. Schaefery, or Jody Sue's son. There's a couple other people pointed at. Now, it will have you, it has me thinking like, shit, like, could Don and Candace maybe actually be innocent of the disappearance? But at the same time, the letter doesn't say they're innocent of everything, just of the disappearance. But the reason why they would shut their fucking mouths is because maybe, you know, some of these other people have proofs of Candace and Don abusing. You know what I'm saying? Still everything we think of them the same, but yeah, anyways, we'll match up the letter with things Don has said, things Jody Sue has said, things Candace has said, and we'll see if we can make sense of it with that. Shares the people trio. No. I'd just rather be brutally honest and transparent as possible so that people that think that they're exposing me aren't. I expose myself, and people will understand my past or not. I can't. Yeah, I've always said that though. I just sometimes have to remind myself, but I've got really good support system. Which I want to say, by the way, never feel please that anyone needs to fight my battles for me. I go into some things knowing exactly what will be thrown at me. Again, it's always the same, like 3 or 4 things. It's okay. But and if people have questions, or they do live streams and they have questions and it seems fair, don't aggressively like I love that I get told a lot that you have a very loyal following and people at your back, and that makes me so proud. But I want to make sure that we aren't I don't ever want any of you guys fighting my battles for me. That's not why I do this, and I do these things knowing I'm gonna get attacked. But I also just want to remind y'all, you don't need to do that. And sometimes it might seem a little, when I think, several people messaging because they have my back, it sometimes comes off maybe like a gang mentality. Does that make sense? I am very blessed to have the support I do, but I just want y'all to just know I'm okay. But I appreciate y'all. But y'all do really keep me the strength to keep on. So that's for sure. You and my kids and Mr. Shearer keep, like, I have like Cotton Candy Boobs, Chatty Jen, Thor, all my mods. I can't even, Darzilla, everybody, all of you guys, and even people who aren't my mods, a lot of my members, and just people that listen, or people that are too afraid to chat and email, or they hit me up on Facebook and they don't really want to chat because sometimes the chat can get a little crazy, or they just don't like to chat anywhere because they're afraid because the streets are crazy. So I see y'all and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, but just know that I go into these fights knowing they're my fights, and you don't have to fight them for me. No one puts Cher in a corner, Sonia. Hey, Judy. I'm just a purple-haired. I had my pot here the whole time. Did I even take a puff? I better for Tony. What do I know? I'm just a purple-haired, pot-headed skank who doesn't know what she's talking about.